Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Michael Akame from Duallist Project, and today I'm bringing you end of season commentary. Tonight we are going to look at Akame Kill. Akame Kill was quite interesting series, to say at least. It started in summer season or some summer airing season of 2014 and ended in the fall season of 2014. So it was really it was a long series, and I must say it was a really quick pace as well. It had 24 full episodes, so there was a plenty of space and time to cover quite a lot of things. So, to say something about Akame Kill is, well, it was, and or still is. I mean, it's still available. An assassin show, which involves, as the title says, a lot of killing. Though, if you look at the Japanese title, which I've provided below the English title, uh, the kanji for which is read kiru means cutting. So there is this mishappening with the translation. So, or I mean, I would say the Western release had this, I would say, minor problem with translating the names of the episodes. Because, I mean, if you do not pay attention to these, you won't notice, but it sometimes gives away the plot, which will happen in the series. I mean, it was it was really unfortunate. So, or at least to say at least, or I mean, that's a small black point on the Western release or the Western simulcast of Akame. I must say I pretty much enjoyed the show, nevertheless. Uh, um, it involved a lot of killing and well, yeah, and the cast of the characters was pretty well balanced. Though there was a majority of female cast, uh, and there were, I would say, a good choice of villains and anti-heroes. Why I say villains and anti-heroes? They were both. I mean, of course, you know the distinction between those two, and I must say they were really well done. Sometimes the villains were a bit shallow, but I must say the anti-heroes were done pretty solidly, at least the main anti-heroine. So that is to say at least. What to talk about there to not to spoil the show too much? Yeah, the effect that Akame ga Kill has. Uh, it's one of those shows that will terrorize you. I must say, really terrorize you. It will take you, rip you apart, fix you anew, and rip you again and over and over and over again. Virtually, what it does, it makes you really fixated to this to makes you like this character, and then the character's gone, simply like that. Or it introduces new character just to be killed in the episode, and just like, oh, this I like this character, and just like, and it's gone. And when it comes to the death of any of the nitrate or the main assassin group, it's I mean there's I mean there will be a lot of hard feelings involved. Just like why? It's just like if you look at the Crunchyroll comments. I mean spoiler after that, you can see those people just s screaming in agony. I mean there was a I would say that's one of the shows which actually provoke emotions in you. Just like, oh, and do it all over again. Just like, okay, and when you say, I'm not going to make a character my favorite, I'm not going to like any character. I'm just like, I'm no, I've had enough. The show forces you to do so. It makes you to do so, and makes you just would say cry again over and over. I mean, it's this really this aspect of this show is really a good one. Or I mean, it's a bit masochistic, but if you watch the show, you'll know what I'm talking about. Uh, Art-wise and BGM-wise, I must say the art was done really nicely. I'm looking towards uncensored version of this on Blu-rays because, as you know, everything that airs on TV has a slight degree of censorship. Those black clouds or wide streams, and depending on the setting of the scene, which makes it, I mean, slightly less brutal, or to say. But nevertheless, I must say I'm looking forward to the Blu-rays. Uh, the show, even there is some censor or some, quite a bit, uh, is enjoyable nevertheless because you can use your imagination. I mean, it's pretty obvious what's happening on the screen, so there. I mean, it's just to please the people who are censoring the shows and the people who are always complaining about the violence and everything. I think Akame has quite high rating. I mean, I mean, what I mean by high rating, it's uh, the age restriction thingy or the target audience. I think it's quite high, I think. I haven't actually read up on where it landed, but I would say it's at least 16 plus. So, I mean, it's certainly not mature because there isn't any nudity involved or nudity as to speak. So, it won't get the mature ratings, but I think it's 16 plus. So, it's one of those shows like Blue Gender. I think Blue Gender was 18, but or Elfen Lied. Elfen Lied would be a good example because I think Elfen Lied was not even Elfen Lied because there were. I mean, just trying to think of an Elfen had a show which would be rated similarly. Um, what to talk about now? Let me think. Oh, favorite characters. I must say my favorite character of Akame ga Kill was mine. I mean, I have this weakness for tsundere twin tails, so I mean that's a winning point. I mean, I mean, and the way she develops through the story is just awesome. And I cannot talk about what happened, or I can, but it would be lots of spoilers. But uh, I wish I could, but just it's one of those moments where I was ripped to shreds. So I mean, she was my virtually long lasting, or I would say since she was introduced to the show. I mean, she was a really nicely and well done character, and especially with her imperial arms, giving her, I mean, this kind of Dere side, which is her imperial arms or the Tegu, uh, grows stronger as she is more in a pinch, more in danger, and I would say this gives her, she puts herself in more danger to pack a bigger punch and and when she needs to get out of it, I mean, that gives her this really girly side to her. And I must say, I really like that part of her. My second most favorite character would be Akame. I mean, even though she's not too expressionist, uh, and she is, well, I mean, she's too expressionist, or she has too many expressions to be a kudere. But I must say she's a cute character indeed. I mean, with her insatiable hunger, or I mean, they've portrayed her in a really interesting way to be. So I mean, that makes her really interesting. To comment on the main male protagonist, Tatsumi, I must say he really displays nice degree of growth, growing from this country bumpkin knowing nothing of the real world into this really strong man with, I mean, to somebody who's really, I mean, who could you respect for the things he does? And he's really grown up. He really pulled his thing together and he really manned up. And I must say, the way they did it through the story, I must say, it's really well done. So, yeah. Um, Overall, I would recommend watching Akame Kill. I mean, it's a really good show, even if you do not like the genre. I must say it was done really, really well. So if I compare it with another Assassin series which aired earlier, I think this year, I think so, which oh, I just forgot the name. Up, I just lost it. Oh, sorry about that. I'll be putting the name in the overlay to the video when I remember. Virtually, it was a series about assassins trying to kill this one girl, and if I compare it with Akame, I'll have to say Akame is the better one. It's much better than Assassin's Show than the other one. Sorry for not remembering the name, but I just forgot it. Just slipped my mind, and I haven't written it down for this video because I virtually haven't prepared this bit, so sorry for that. Okay, I think that's all for now. So thank you for watching and listening. This has been Michael Akane from Duallist Project. And thank you. If you like the video and want to hear more commentaries on ending simulcasts or any other series which I had already finished and are probably now available on DVDs or and Blu-rays or on streaming sites as usual, please hit like, subscribe, and follow us on the Facebook page. Everything is below the video. I'll be posting some more information as well. So thank you for listening again, and have a good night. Thank you. Bye.